You think you have a good opinion on anime, huh? Or do you think you have a confession that might get your anime card revoked? It's my job to do that. My job and my job only. And today we're going to do that! I'm gonna go ahead and rate your opinion. Well, not your opinion. It's people on the internet, on Twitter, okay? Because I use Twitter too much and yeah. That was really intense. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kentaku, and today I thought I'd have a little bit of a fun video today. A little discussion video. Basically, there's this thing going around on Twitter, and a Twitter. Just keep going. Let's just keep going with the video. There's this thing going around on Anna Twitter. I'm gonna call it Anna Twitter. I don't know what people call it, but I've seen Anna TWT.
A few moments later.
Anyways, this is the post right here that you can see. Confessions that can get your anime card revoked. And a bunch of people have gone ahead and retweeted and dropped a bunch of opinions. And I thought today I would go ahead, look at some of those, agree, disagree, feel about stuff, and at the end of this video I'll give my own confession about anime that'll probably definitely get my my anime card revoked, and I might lose my channel. I won't lose my channel, I'm still gonna make videos. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. Oh, so the very first one. I'm tired of watching anime that take place in high school. I'm not a teenager anymore, I don't relate to this. I can understand it. Like, I'm not the biggest slice of life fan, but I literally just... Last night I watched A Silent Voice, and I'm not a slice of life fan. Not at all. Like, I can't get into it. That's a Havoc thing. Havoc, like, me, myself, I'm a shonen, isekai, just lots of hype and fun anime kind of person. But I watched A Silent Voice last night, which is a very slice of life in high school and elementary school anime, and it's probably my favorite anime film I've watched. This was my first time watching it, and I'm so disappointed in myself for not watching it earlier, but I watched it, and I can say for a fact that even if you're getting tired of the whole like high school feel or whatever, it's not so much the fact that they're based in high school, it's more of the story of the video or the anime. It's not the high school itself that makes the anime, if you know what I mean. It's the actual situations and scenarios that these people are in. Like Your Lie in April, that's a high school anime, but it's based around this dude rediscovering his love for music. As well as that, you've got stuff like K-On! Again, it's a music one. But which is kind of ironic, seeing as I was literally just using A Silent Voice. That had a good soundtrack, by the way. It's not this high school, it's the story of the kids in the high school. So it just, to me, it's one of those things of like, it just so happens to be in high school sometimes. But you'll definitely always... Are you gonna really mow your lawn when I'm... Oh, this dude is like trucking down the alleyway in his... Oh, that was... Goodbye! Have a good day! I apologize! He was trucking! You might hear lawnmower noises for a little bit. I'm sorry, guys.
A few moments later.
But I don't agree fully, but I can see where he's coming from, basically. I agree that it can get a little bit tiring, the whole high school trope, but in the end, it's not a huge, like, the high school that makes the anime. It's the situations. I don't know, I can understand. All the popular animes suck. Boku no Hero Academia sucks. I'm one of those people that's guilty of used to thinking that, other than Naruto, because like I watched Naruto all the way through it and I love it, and I'm not really keeping up with Boruto that well right now. I kind of fell out after. Basically, Mitsuki is deciding whether or not he wants to be friends with these people that are not actually human, kind of like him, but they're still kind of very different from him. and it's nice. I loved that arc, but I kind of fell out of Boruto for a little bit after that. I gotta catch back up. I would have to say no. There's a reason they're popular, like Boku no Hero Academia. There's a reason I recommend Boku no Hero Academia to anybody who wants to start anime. It's a great gateway anime. Same thing for Attack on Titan. Like, now, Sword Art Online is not that good. I'm hearing good things about Alicization, so I might have to look it up. But as of right now, I'm going to have to say first half of Sword Art Online, where it's actually on Sword Art Online, is great. Alpha Online, not that good, and I feel like it falls even further on Gun Gale. So, but not alternative. I haven't seen alternative. But I think this is one of those people that's kind of sitting there like,
I don't watch any of the popular anime. I watch all the underground ones. Promare. And I also watch, listen to this, Legends of the Galactic Heroes. Ooh.
I haven't watched any of those either. He thinks that all the good anime are the ones that are kind of the less known ones and older ones, even though Legends of the Galactic... Ew. Legends of the Galactic Heroes just had a remake like 2 years ago or whatever, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Negima had a season 2 too. Ooh, I gotta go watch that. So I'm gonna... Yeah, sorry. I'm excited for Negima, okay? I forgot that was there, and that's been on my list for forever, because I love the first season of Negima. Negima? Give me a second.
A few moments later.
Which is the right way to... I said Negima pronounce. Which is the right way to pronounce the word antiquated? We'll figure it out later. One Piece and Naruto are exhausting. I'm gonna agree with that just based on the idea of how long they are, honestly. One Piece is still going on. Data loves One Piece. He rewatches. Every time there's a new season, Data rewatches every single season before that. I don't understand how he does. Data, I'm calling you out on this one. That's a lot of episodes, and I can understand how that gets exhausting. Kind of like Naruto. Naruto is more exhausting in the idea of filler. I hated the filler. And I think everybody hated the filler in Naruto. Like, that's what was exhausting to me. I love the full-on story arc and stuff, except for Sasori versus Sakura and Granny. But, like, even that was a good fight, but that was a long fight. That was way too long of a fight. Other than that, I would say that it's just the filler arc that's kind of... But I can definitely see where he's coming from on this one. Literally every high school series would be better if it were held in college. I ain't never heard of high schoolers with this much freedom. I can agree with that. I don't have anything to say. I just like that one. I like that one. I'm gonna have to give that one a yes. Okay, this is a good one. Y'all need to stop judging animes from the art style. I get that we all have preferences, but we can't go around parading X anime is bad because I don't like their art style without knowing what it's about. Yes, I totally agree, but I can understand where people come from, where it's kind of hard to get into an anime that has like a really bad animation style or like art style or whatever. I started Clannad last night as well. So I finished The Silent Voice and started Clannad. And the thing that's throwing me off the most about Clannad is just the art style. But I know it's an amazing anime, so I want to go watch it. If we're talking like something like, I forgot his name. He did Japan Sinks and Devilman Crybaby. His animation and art style is so wacky and different from everything else you see. And if you watch stuff like Ping Pong the Animation, also by him, like, you'd be very uninterested by it just because of that. Stuff like Nichijou, super funny anime, but it's just kind of weird. Mob Psycho 100 with the eyes, and he's just kind of like, these are all amazing anime that I feel like get held back because of the fact of like the art style and the way like the anime looks and the animation looks and stuff. And as much as I can understand like the initial hesitation, I think it's one of those things where you need to kind of, even if it kind of throws you off, go and watch like the first 3 episodes, because I believe you have to follow the 3 episode rule with everything. So go watch the first 3 episodes and then make your decision on the actual content and not on the animation. Because sometimes you gotta look past the animation. It's not always gonna be like God of High School level, Violet Evergarden level, Your Name level, like animation and art. But it can definitely have a beautiful story behind it anyways. Perfect! A Silent Voice was more sad than, and deserved more hype than, Your Name. Yes! I saw Your Name first, and the reason I watched Your Name was because I went to C2E2, and I saw it, like, posted all over the Crunchyroll area, and then after that I went to Comic-Con, and it was the same thing, but it was everywhere, and I was, like, this looks pretty cool. I think the other one that I need to watch now is Weathering with You, so I'm gonna have to keep up with that anime, and see how that, or that movie, and see how that goes. But Silent Voice and Your Name came out both in 2016, and I would definitely say that A Silent Voice hit me way more harder than Your Name did. I kind of want to do it like a full-on review, but I'm like 4 years late, so I don't know if it's really the time anymore to do a review of it. But if you guys want to hear a review of A Silent Voice, I'm going to be talking about this anime for a few weeks now, like non-stop. I really like the original Full Metal Alchemist and Inuyasha. Was there an original Inuyasha and then a remake of Inuyasha that I don't know about? I would say that that's not a bad thing. Like, Inuyasha was a great thing to grow up with. And Full Metal Alchemist, I prefer Brotherhood, but I can see where people prefer more story with the original Full Metal Alchemist than in Brotherhood. The short shows are usually better, in my opinion. Less plot holes. I can see where that comes from. I think most of my favorite anime are pretty short. Like, Promised Neverland. I think Promised Neverland was 12 episodes? Or 13 episodes. Made in Abyss was 12 episodes. Erased was 12 episodes. I think, though, Dr. Stone was 25 episodes, but it's also not over. Neither was Made in Abyss or Promised Neverland. But I can see where they're coming from, you know? But I think shorter seasons in long episodes are good, I guess. I could say. Ah, yes, here we go. Literally what I was just saying. An anime doesn't need 200 plus episodes to be good or tell its story. I completely agree with this. Again, Erased is my favorite anime. It's only 12 episodes. 12 episodes? I've been saying it's 12 episodes, but now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like 12, yes. Okay, we're good. We are Gucci. Like, Erased is super, like, small, but it's my favorite anime. As well as that, you have stuff like Log Horizon. It's 50 episodes. It's freaking amazing. We got a season 3 coming out. It's 25 more episodes. It's still only 75. Well, I say only 75 episodes. If you're not watching Log Horizon, you need to catch up because season 3 is going to be amazing. I disagree with this. I think that guy who wildly obsesses over things should be killed in the first episode, never to be seen again. I mean, yeah, he shouldn't exist in the first place. I disagree with that as well. But I've seen his archetype too much that it fills me with bloodlust that can only be sated by his death. One of my favorite characters is that guy, that kind of guy. And he's freaking amazing. Natsugu from Log Horizon. You can't not love him. He's the best. Oh my gosh. First episode, he's off and already, like, I don't know. He's that guy that I want to be friends with because he's just such a cool guy and definitely doesn't deserve to die. This guy's the sweetest guy ever. You have people like Minori from Boku no Hero Academia. Minori is very... Okay, I don't really like Minori. But I don't think he should be killed off. I think he's definitely got stuff to him that's good, but I think he's annoying. And it's not just that, I just don't like his character in general. I don't think so. I think it's a silly joke, and it actually does add to the personality of the dude. who is, you've got plenty of girl characters. Like, if you watch stuff like even Corpse Party with Naomi and, what's her name? Naomi and, I forgot her name, but she's, like, always making, like, perverted jokes about her chest and stuff. Or just about her in general. And I think it's funny. I think it's a good thing. It's an uplifting, kind of also gets rid of that kind of serious feel, like when it's not needed, but it also adds an extra dynamic to when they do get serious, and when they do get, like, super, like, into something other than that it adds to that seriousness, because there were once this dude or girl, it's 2020, we're not going to go ahead and judge, but yeah, you got this dude right here who's ranting and having so much fun and talking all about opie and everything, and then you got, he kills 20 people in one shot and super serious, and it just adds to it. I love it. I disagree with this one very much. I like that character archetype. Sometimes dub is better than sub. I can agree with that. I feel if it isn't better, it's just as on par. My Hero Academia dub. Cowboy Bebop, I think the dub is better than the sub. I would say probably, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that the dub for Japan Sinks 2020 is a lot better than the sub. And I haven't seen it yet. I watched the sub, but I don't really watch dub. As a viewer myself, I'm a sub guy. I prefer the sub, but if there is a good dub, actually Erased had a really good dub to it as well. But yeah, so I'm just gonna have to say, like, I can definitely agree that sometimes the dub is better than the sub, but most of the time, actually a lot of people say that Dragon Ball Z's dub is better than the sub. I like Goku's voice better in the sub, honestly, but that's just me. The amount of art theft is horrendous. Also, like, don't hate on people because they only like the normie shows. Who gives a care? I agree! The normie shows are great shows as well. That's the reason they are the normie shows. Like, as weird as that sounds, they're great. Like, again, My Hero Academia, Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan. These are all great shows. Like, and they're considered normie shows, but it's not wrong to like them. I don't like Attack on Titan. I just couldn't get into it, but, like, it doesn't mean that it's a bad show and people shouldn't like it. Last one, because I think this one's funny. I accidentally skipped an episode of JoJo. I don't have anything to say to that. I haven't watched JoJo yet, but as I'm starting this video off with a JoJo meme, I skipped some of my favorite anime episodes, or some of my favorite anime's episodes as well, but we don't tell anybody. So that's gonna be it. Those are my opinions. The right, the wrong, my opinions, every one of them. So even if I'm right, oops. If I'm right or wrong, doesn't mean that you guys are right or wrong. That made no sense. Basically, what I say is just what I feel. Don't get offended or upset or fight me. But you can give your opinions down in the comments below. I would say that my main, like, confession, I haven't really watched anything in, like, the early 2000s. I will say that. I'm very not caught up on anything in that center of, like, anime. So, like, anything after 2010, I'm way better versed in. And everything after 2015, I'm much better versed in. But just never really got that much into anime. Except for, like, the super... I think that these are super, like, not well known. Or they're well known, but they're not very talked about. Zatch Bell, Mayor, Bobo. You'll hear me mention these a bunch of times and stuff. But, like, it's not enough to say, like, I haven't watched Angel Beats. I haven't really watched Clannad yet, even though I just started it. K-On! Still haven't started that one. And there's a bunch of other anime and stuff, like, from back then that I'm still just not caught up on. But that's totally fine. I'm going to try and catch up on whatever I can. But there's a bunch of anime that I want to watch in the future as well, outside of just the early 2000s. It doesn't matter what anime you watch from what era, as long as you just watch an anime and enjoying it, or enjoying the anime that you're. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Give me your confessions down in those comments below as well, and let me know what you think if you think I'm wrong, if I'm right, if I have horrible taste in anime. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.